Let's get real for a second. You want to change your life. You have big goals, big dreams, and a vision for a better you. But when you think about the massive effort it takes to get there, you freeze. It feels overwhelming, impossible even. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow or on Monday or after that big project is done. But tomorrow never seems to arrive, does it? This is where so many of us get stuck. We are so focused on the finish line that we forget the crucial first step. We think that transformation requires some monumental, earth-shattering action, and because we can't muster that kind of energy every single day, we do nothing at all. This is exactly the trap that Pedersen's incredible book, Atomic Actions, helps you escape. The core idea is simple, but revolutionary. Forget about massive leaps and focus on tiny, almost invisible steps. Forget about perfection. Forget about motivation. Instead, you're going to focus on making changes that are so small, so easy, that you simply can't say no to them. I'm talking about changes that take less than 2 minutes to complete. It's about shifting your mindset from, I have to reinvent my entire life today, to, what is one small thing I can do right now? This is not about lowering your standards. It's about building a foundation for success, one tiny brick at a time. Think about it. We are all creatures of habit. The life you have right now is the sum of the small decisions you make every single day without even thinking. The coffee you drink, the route you take to work, the way you unwind at night, these are all tiny actions that define your reality. Pedersen teaches us that if we want to change our future, we don't need a grand overhaul. We need to intentionally and strategically change these tiny, atomic-level decisions. The secret isn't in some heroic one-time effort. The real power, the life-altering magic, is found in the 1% improvements you make consistently, day after day after day. So I want you to take a deep breath and let go of that pressure you've been putting on yourself. Let go of the guilt from all the times you've tried and failed. Today is a new day. Today, you're not going to try to climb the entire mountain. You're just going to take one single, manageable step. Pedersen's work gives you the roadmap, the tools, and the permission to start small. It's an invitation to prove to yourself that you are capable of change, not by making a huge promise, but by keeping a small one. This is how you start building momentum. This is how you build confidence. This is how you begin. The building blocks of your future self. So what exactly is an atomic action? Let's break it down because this is where the magic happens. An atomic action, as Pedersen defines it, is a habit or task that is so small and simple it's like an atom, the fundamental building block of a larger system. These are not your big, hairy, audacious goals. These are the microscopic starting points. Reading one page of a book, doing a single push-up, putting one dirty dish in the dishwasher, writing one sentence in your journal, drinking one glass of water as soon as you wake up. Do you see how easy these are? They are designed to be ridiculously achievable. The point of an atomic action isn't the immediate result. Doing one push-up is not going to get you a six-pack. Reading one page won't make you an expert overnight. The true purpose is to overcome the biggest obstacle to change starting. Your brain is wired to resist difficult, unfamiliar things. It loves comfort and efficiency, which is why you stick to old habits. But when you make the action so small that it requires almost zero effort or willpower, you trick your brain. You bypass that resistance. You're not trying to run a marathon. You're just putting on your running shoes and stepping out the door. That's the atomic action. Let me give you some more examples to make this crystal clear. Let's say you want to start meditating to reduce stress. The old you would say, I'm going to meditate for 20 minutes every day. That sounds great, but after 2 days of struggling, you'd probably quit. The new you, the one using atomic action, says, I'm going to sit down and take one deep breath. That's it. Or maybe you want to learn a new language. Instead of trying to study for an hour, your atomic action is to open the language app on your phone. Just open it. You don't even have to complete a lesson. The goal is to make the act of starting the new habit non-negotiable. Pedersen emphasizes that these actions are the entry point to the person you want to become. Every time you perform an atomic action, you are casting a vote for your future self. Putting on your gym clothes is a vote for being a healthy person. Tidying one item is a vote for being an organized person. Writing one line of code is a vote for being a developer. These tiny actions are not just tasks, they are identity-shaping rituals. They are the proof you need to start believing that you are the kind of person who follows through. They build a new identity from the ground up, one tiny, undeniable action at a time. Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Mel, this is great, but how is doing one push-up or reading one page ever going to lead to significant change? That is a fair question, and the answer lies in one of the most powerful forces in the universe: the principle of compounding. You might associate it with finance, where a small investment grows exponentially over time. Well, the same exact principle applies to your habits. Your daily choices are like small deposits into the bank account of your future self. On any given day, the change is barely noticeable, but over months and years, the growth is staggering. Pedersen illustrates this with a simple but profound concept: the power of getting just 1% better every day. If you improve by 1% each day for a year, you won't be 365% better. Because of the compounding effect, you'll end up nearly 38 times better than when you started. It's incredible. Conversely, if you get 1% worse each day by making poor choices, indulging bad habits, you decline just as rapidly. Your tiny, seemingly insignificant daily actions are either moving you toward your goals or away from them. There is no standing still. The trajectory of your life is determined by these small, consistent efforts. This is why you can't judge your progress on a day-to-day basis. In the beginning, the results of your atomic actions will be invisible. You'll meditate for 1 minute a day for a week and still feel stressed. You'll go for a 5-minute walk every day and the scale won't budge. This is what Pedersen calls the plateau of latent potential. It's the period where you're putting in the work, but the results haven't shown up yet. This is the most dangerous phase, where most people lose faith and quit, assuming their efforts aren't working. But you have to trust the process. You have to know that beneath the surface, you are building a powerful foundation. The breakthrough moment always comes after a period of unseen progress. It's like an ice cube in a room. The temperature can rise from 25 degrees to 26, then 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, and nothing seems to happen. You've put in all that energy and it's still a solid block of ice. But at 32 degrees, it begins to melt. The change wasn't sudden. It was the result of all the accumulated energy that came before it. Your habits work the same way. Keep making those 1% improvements. Keep casting those votes for your future self. Sooner or later, you will break through that plateau, and the results will feel like they came out of nowhere. Knowing you need to start small is one thing, but how do you actually make these habits stick? This is where Pedersen's practical genius comes in. He provides a simple 4-step framework for building good habits and breaking bad ones. It's a playbook you can apply to literally any area of your life, starting right now. The 4 rules are: make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. These are the levers you can pull to engineer your behavior and set yourself up for inevitable success. Let's look at each one. First, make it obvious. You can't perform a habit if you don't think about it. The most effective way to do this is to link your new desired habit to an existing one. Pedersen calls this habit stacking. The formula is simple. After I current habit, I will new habit. For example, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will do 1 push-up. Or after I pour my morning coffee, I will open my journal. You are anchoring your new fragile habit to a solid, established routine, making it almost impossible to forget. You can also design your environment. Want to drink more water? Put a water bottle on your nightstand. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. Second, make it attractive. Your brain is motivated by the anticipation of a reward. You need to make your habits seem appealing. One powerful technique is to bundle something you want to do with something you need to do. For example, I will only listen to my favorite podcast while I am on my daily walk. Or, after I tidy the kitchen for 10 minutes, I get to watch 1 episode of my favorite show. You are connecting the action you want to build with an immediate hit of dopamine, which makes your brain crave the habit instead of resist it. It changes the feeling from a chore to a treat. Third, and this is the core of atomic actions, make it easy. This is about reducing friction. As we've discussed, you must scale down your habit until it feels effortless. Start with the 2-minute rule. Any new habit should take less than 2 minutes to do. Read every day becomes read 1 page. Do yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. The goal is not to achieve a result in those 2 minutes. The goal is to master the art of showing up. Once you've established the habit of starting, you can gradually increase the duration. But the beginning must be as easy as possible. Finally, make it satisfying. Your brain is more likely to repeat a behavior if it gets an immediate reward. The problem with good habits is that their rewards are often delayed. The reward for not eating a donut is a healthier body in the future, but the pleasure of eating it is now. To fix this, you need to create an immediate sense of satisfaction. A great way to do this is with a habit tracker. Every time you complete your atomic action, put a big X on a calendar. That simple act of marking your progress is satisfying. It provides immediate visual proof that you are following through, which reinforces the behavior and makes you want to do it again tomorrow. You have all the information you need. You understand the power of atomic actions. You see how tiny 1% improvements compound into life-changing results. You have Pedersen's 4-step playbook to make habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. The theory is simple. The logic is sound. But none of it, not a single word of this, will make a difference in your life until you do one thing: act. The gap between the person you are and the person you want to be is bridged by the small actions you take, starting right now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, I want you to stop reading for just a moment and think of one thing. What is one atomic action you can take today? Right after you finish this, what is one 2-minute action that casts a vote for the future you? Will you put your running shoes by the door? Will you send that one email you've been putting off? Will you take out a piece of paper and write down one thing you are grateful for? Pick one, just one. Make it so small and so simple that it's impossible to fail. Your journey of 1,000 miles doesn't start with a leap. It starts with that single, tiny, almost laughable step. You are going to have days where you don't feel like it. You're going to have moments where your old habits scream for your attention. That's okay. That's part of the process. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. If you miss a day, don't fall into the trap of guilt and shame. Just follow Pedersen's simple rule: never miss twice. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the beginning of a new negative habit. So, if you skip your walk today, just make sure you put your shoes on and step outside tomorrow. Even if it's just for 1 minute. The key is to get back on track immediately. This is your life. You are in the driver's seat. The power to change has been inside you all along. Atomic Actions doesn't give you magical powers, it simply shows you how to unlock the power you already possess. It gives you permission to be human, to start small, and to build momentum one day at a time. Stop waiting for motivation to strike. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now, with what you have, where you are. Your future is being built today, in the small, seemingly insignificant choices you make. So go make one, and then another, and don't ever stop. You've got this.